Hey guys, thanks for coming back to my channel. If this is your first time here, hi, my name is Victoria and I'm a mess. I want to address a couple of things before I get into this video. Number one, no, I'm not wearing any makeup. I haven't been wearing makeup very often recently. I think in the last like 3 weeks, I've maybe worn it one time. I just feel more comfortable without it, and I feel happy that I'm at a place where I can not wear makeup and not feel like a piece of shit. Second thing I want to address, on my last story time where I talk about sleeping with my best friend's fiance, I got a lot of comments saying that it was fake and like, you're obviously lying. This is scripted. This is so fake. I really didn't make anything up. I've never made up a story time on my channel because I don't do a shit ton of story times. I understand if I was like Shannon Rose and did like 500 story times, then I would understand why you're like, okay, this is fake. But like, I've literally done like 6. Like, it's really not that serious. Also, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I really have nothing to offer or anything I can promise you. I just really like having a lot of subscribers. So I'm 17 years old. I was going to a club with my friend at the time and a guy that she was dating. I had been to the club a few times. This is not a place that I was not familiar with. So I was really excited to go. They were having a rave there and it was going to be really fun. So all 3 of us drove in my car to the rave. So everything was great. We get to the rave. We got there a little bit early. It was around 10. The rave wasn't starting till about 11:30. So we were just going to have a few drinks and like pregame before the actual event. Now, this club did have a bar where you could sit down. It wasn't just a standing bar. So me and my friend, we went to the bar to go sit down while her date went to go talk to some of his other friends. So me and my friend were sitting at the bar having a great time. I got a Crown and Coke, a double. I remember that specifically. And keep in mind, that was my first drink for the night. A Crown and Coke, a double, probably like this big around, like nothing serious, like just one drink. All of a sudden, this guy comes up behind me. Keep in mind, I'm sitting down, he's standing up. So he comes up behind me and kind of like peeks his head to where I'm sitting. And he's like, hey, what's your name? And like, he was very fucked up and it kind of like turned me off. I was like, no. Like, we started talking and we're just being polite, whatever. And then he starts getting a little touchy-feely. And at this time, I was 17. I had never had sex before. I had never kissed a boy before. I had never done anything like that. I didn't lose my virginity until I was 18. So I was completely pure. Of course, I like wanted to have sex, but like I didn't know how, and like it was weird and like I was awkward and like I still looked like a boy at the time, so that was weird. And it was all just so weird. So he's trying to like spit game at me and like, get at me. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm a virgin, my butthole's tight. As I'm talking to him, I'm finding that I'm getting fucked up really, really quickly. And I'm 6'3". I'm not necessarily a lightweight, so it was very odd. I was like, damn, like how much fucking alcohol was in this drink? Because I've only had one. I'm not even done with it. And all I remember is just talking to this guy, looking up at him because I'm sitting and he's standing, just looking up at him and just like slowly starting to feel myself kind of like fall asleep almost. It was very odd. I remember him pulling out his phone and showing me a picture of his dick, which was very large. Like, congrats, like you were born with a large penis. However, like, that, no. He was saying stuff like, this could all be yours. Like, just come outside with me. Come to the bathroom with me. Like, I just want to hang out with you alone. And I was like, no, 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 no. And Leah's like grabbing my leg. She's like looking at me like, what the fuck? And I was like, no, like, I'm going to stay here. Sorry. But like I'm saying, as I'm like talking to him, I'm just getting more and more like tired. Like, I just remember being so tired. I woke up. I had my head down, kind of like you would sleep in class, which I did all the time. I had my head down on the bar, and I remember someone tapping and tapping and tapping, and I thought I was having a dream, and I felt the tapping in my dream, and then I woke up, and it obviously wasn't a dream. It was the fucking bartender tapping on my arm, like, I'm sorry, you need to wake up and you need to go. And I woke up, and like, I woke up in a panic because, you know, you forget where the fuck you are. I was like, no, 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 like, I'm good, like, I'm good, like, I'll stay, like, where are my friends? She's like, your friends are on the dance floor. I've already got them. They're on their way to come get you. You guys have to leave. And I just felt so embarrassed. I was like, wow, I'm such a pussy. Like, I was tired and I passed out on the bar. And I just felt very disoriented. My friends brought me to my car and they ended up driving back to Leah's apartment with me in the back seat. Now, after that point, the next thing I remember is being in the parking lot of her apartment complex. They were both in the front seat, and I was in the back seat behind the driver's side. All I remember is waking up and just being like, I need to throw up, like I'm gonna throw up. And Leah's like, you know, just roll down the window, roll down the window. And the child safety lock was on the window, so I couldn't roll it down in time. So I just slammed the car door open. I hit another car that was parked next to us, and I just started throwing up profusely. And like, I'm a really tall person and I was taller than the car door. So I ended up throwing up onto the car door. So like half of it went outside of the car, half of it went inside the car. And all I remember is just throwing up, throwing up, throwing up, and then just sitting in the car and passing the fuck out. Next thing I remember is waking up in the back seat and just being covered in my own throw up. There was like throw up all over the car, on the door. I had thrown up a lot because I was so sick from being drugged. And I was trying to open the door and I couldn't open the door because it had the child safety lock on it. And I was so disoriented, I was so dehydrated that like I couldn't even move. Like I couldn't even reach over to the front to go out through the front door. It was just like I felt like I wanted to move so bad, but I couldn't. Like I was like literally stuck. It was the most scary experience ever. I finally got my phone. It was on like 5%. I was so scared. I was like calling Leah, calling Leah. She finally rushes out of her apartment, wakes up, and comes and gets me out of the car. And then that's really where it ended. I went inside, took a shower, got the car cleaned out. My parents found out about everything. It was really embarrassing. It was just overall such a scary experience. I'd literally like much rather sit at home, eat hot Cheetos, and binge watch YouTube. Like that's what I do. One quick thing that I did want to mention before I leave for today, I got a tattoo and I think it's really cool and it's my first one. So if you want me to do a video about that, let me know down in the comments and I'll definitely do that. Mid-sentence when I was saying that I burped and I tried to like play it off, but I feel like it definitely came through. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all the support on all of my other social media. Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram will all be down in the description, so check me out on there. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.